So we have some good news for Tesla and we also have some bad news. Now we're gonna go ahead and start off with the bad news first and then go ahead and transition to the good news. Now the bad news is we just had the PCE report come out and guess what? It came out hotter than expected. That means that inflation is still an issue for the overall macroeconomic climate. Now, this was something I mentioned in the Push and Profit private group. I mentioned how if we have a bad PCE report, well, that's not gonna look good, especially because we had a bad CPI report. Now, we already know that the recent CPI report that came out was bad, so why does it matter that the PCE report was just as bad? Well, here's the thing. The PCE report is a report that the Federal Reserve actually looks into when it comes to making a decision whether or not they should raise or lower interest rates, right? And so it looks like we're probably gonna have the Federal Reserve continue hiking rates, which of course the overall market did not like, as we saw that Tesla did come down in the pre-market and towards the beginning of the day once this news came out. Now the second bad news is that I'm sick. And that means that I'm gonna have to spend my weekend watching Netflix, so I'm gonna be Netflixing and no chill. However, you can make my day a lot better if you just support the channel by either hitting that like button, or you could do something a little bit more extreme, which is once you're done watching this video or whenever you have free time, go ahead and play this video on 0.25 speed in slow-mo. I have a theory that this definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm. So if you want to support and make me feel better, definitely try that. However, let's go ahead and break into some other things that I want to cover. Now, there's a quote from a successful trader by the name of Marty Swartz, and it goes like this: when there is bad news and the market still goes up, that means that we have a healthy market. And so if we take a look into Tesla, yeah, the bad news did bring Tesla stock down. However, it looks like Tesla is pretty much recovering for the overall day. So the bad news isn't too bad, except for the part that I'm sick. However, we have good news we have Deutsche Bank actually raising its price target for Tesla, which is definitely good. And then of course we have the catalyst event of Investor Day coming up. And in a previous video, I mentioned how there is possibilities of a new model or a new product being released, right? And I'm sure we're gonna have an update on the Cybertruck. However, let's go ahead and also cover about the Cybertruck. So I went ahead and I logged onto Twitter and I saw this page make a tweet. It's the whole Mars catalog, and they tweeted, "I can't wait to see people's stunned reaction as Cybertruck climbs the sales chart." And to which we had Elon Musk reply saying, "Ramping production as always will be the challenge, not demand." So obviously this is definitely good news for Tesla, because it's obviously optimistic that demand is not an issue for Tesla, something that was a big conversation not too long ago. Now I know some of you guys may be watching this and wondering, well, what does it matter what Elon says? Just because he says some optimistic stuff for Tesla, does that mean Tesla stock is going to go up? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. For example, just a couple of days ago, we had NVIDIA having earnings, and to be honest, their earnings numbers weren't that great. However, in their earnings call, they mentioned the buzzword AI multiple times, and that led to the stock catapulting up. So definitely having optimism and using buzzwords and saying good stuff could severely influence the price action for a stock. Now, if we take a look into the technicals of Tesla, yeah, we had a bad week, but we're still a little bit higher than our previous low. So if we hold up around this area, then this could definitely be good news for Tesla stock, especially as we're coming closer to the Investor Day catalyst event. But with that being said, guys, make sure to stay data driven as more data points are going to be rolling out, and also make sure to never trade or invest based off anyone else's opinion, and only do your due diligence. Only trade or invest in whatever you see value. And with that being said, guys, make sure to watch this video again in slow-mo if you want to support the channel. But if you're not, make sure to watch this next video right over here. I'll see you guys on that next video. Take care.